This was a great scene. And then I'm not reading it here, but then McCready torches that and that head just ripping off and sliding down the side of the table. And when the little legs pop out in the eyes, I'm like Palmer. He's like, yeah, I'm like, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My response would probably be more girlish screaming.
100%.
Yeah.
I
probably wouldn't say anything clever. I would just scream like a girl.
Lights, camera, and action. Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. Remember those childhood movies you loved? We're going to watch them again and find out if they're still as amazing as you remember. Let's get ready to join Anna and Jimmy as they go back and watch those movies you remember being oh so awesomely good. Horror movies that scared. Comedy movies that dared.
Damn!
And action movies so preposterously ludicrous that they defied the laws of common sense. Now, here's your hosts, Anna Santos and Jimmy Coates.
All right. Playing around with everything here. Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. We are still in our driving for the summer. I will admit my drive-in picks have not been the greatest.
No, they have not. God bless. There were a couple I was hopeful for.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not mad. I'm mad about some of them.
Well, your first two picks, Predator and The Running Man, we thought were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And now we are doing your two picks, a double feature. And the first one from 1982, we're still in the 80s, Kurt Russell, John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yes.
And I will say this. I know, okay, I know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's going to be good. It's not wondering if it's still going to be good. Now it's going to be, how good is it still? Because
yes,
I've seen this movie many, many times. I have not seen it in probably 10 years. Probably 10 years is...
See, this one has probably been 20 for me.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. And I watched it a few times. Like, I'd say probably 10, 15 times I've seen it.
10, 15. Oh, yeah. That's...
Yeah. Feels about right. But I haven't seen it in 20 years. So, like, I remember loving it. I just don't know if it's still as good as I remember it.
Now, see, it has to be as good as I remember it because I remember loving it. And this is one of my favorite horror movies, science fiction movies. Talk about a who, not who done it, who is it?
Yeah. It feels very much like a locked room mystery, which I love.
Yes.
Because obviously they're stranded. And they can't really, like, there's not a lot of in and out. So they're like, the killer is amongst us. Or in this case, the shape-shifting alien is amongst us.
Yes.
And that feels great.
And so confident that I love this movie that
you bought it.
I bought the 4K and it's still in the wrapping.
Oh wow!
So
you're ready to pop that on your 4K TV.
Yes, I am positive I'm going to. If this turns out to be fucking shitty, not only did I waste like $38 on a 4K,
I don't think it's going to be shitty.
No,
but I have a controversial take. I like watching the remake more than the original.
We'll get to that because I know everyone's like the remake doesn't compare. I agree, but there is something about the remake, and we'll get to it when we go to the next.
We'll get to it later, but I mean, I think.
But I have seen that one more recently than I have seen this one.
Well, the remake came out in like 2011, and I think
it's not a remake; it's a prequel.
Because
it
feels remakey.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they didn't even really change a whole lot of the poster
No.
or nothing. They didn't even give it a different title.
Yeah, no, they're basically like, no, pretty much same movie, but not.
And where the 2011 one ends with the last survivors chasing the dog, The Thing 1982 begins with the Swedish camp chasing the dog, which I thought was great. What do you remember about this one, though? Because I remember a lot.
It's funny though, because I remember a lot too, but I remember mostly Kurt Russell.
So awesome. He's one of my favorite actors.
100%. Also, I hear he's actually a really nice man.
Yeah, and a Republican. God bless him.
He's a Republican?
Oh, hardcore Republican. If it makes you feel any better, Goldie Hawn is a diehard Democrat.
Yes, and God
How
bless
they've stayed
him.
married this long, because he
Yeah.
is hardcore
No.
Republican.
But here's the thing. I can deal with Republicans if they're actually Republicans. I can't deal with the
Oh
new...
no, he's Charlton Heston.
Oh, see, Charlton Heston also kind of ick.
I love Charlton.
I love him as an actor.
Well, yeah,
I
other
love
than
him for his cultural stamp that he has put on
oh, so amazing
to the world of entertainment. I love him for that. He went a little too hard. I think it was Charlton Heston. Second Amendment, like
NRA,
like
yeah,
butt buddy. Yeah, he went too
him.
hard for that. So I was like, my dude.
But
Are
even
you
when he
really
did
gonna
that,
tell
he was
me?
doing like that cameo for Wayne's World 2 where they
Yes.
and he was So you
He's
can
I
fall into the category that I'm not. Well, I'm more. I believe I'm centric. I lean a little more right. I have children. Before I had children, I leaned a little more left. But because I have children, I'm like, no, we have to stop whatever evil there is out there. You can take some of my children because I don't like them, but there are children that I like, and I must protect them.
See, but
I believe you should hear everyone's opinion. I believe and you can be friends with people. I mean, there's lunatics on both sides that I'm like, whoa.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like there are some like alt left people where I'm like, sir, you need to calm down.
Yeah. Unless some alt-right too that are like, dude.
Oh, there are alt-rights that I'm like, sir, you need to really calm down. But 9 times out of 10, when it's someone who's really, really alt-left, they're kind of like, let nature take over the world again. Like, let's just leave Mother Nature to do let the animals roam. We don't need laws. And I'm like, that's 2 steps too far.
Yeah. How am I going to get my Starbucks tree hugger?
If you go alt-right,
Mad Max.
Honestly, actually, no, it's more like
it's
what
more
if Hitler had won?
Yeah.
Like, and that's terrifying.
Handmaid's Tale.
Yes, that shit is terrifying because the left is like everybody should have equal rights. Like when they go so far left,
yeah,
you're like, okay, I appreciate the enthusiasm and this idyllic picture that you want to create of the world, but none of it is feasible. And it's nonsensical, but God bless you for having all of these feelings in your heart. But then if you go all the way to the right, you're like, you want to take away everybody's rights? What?
Yeah, 1984.
You don't think women should vote? Excuse me?
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
This is so weird. So
I'm looking at the cast here. I think they're all Republicans. We have Wilford Brimley, our diabetes guy.
I
Definitely
think Richard Mazur. I don't think
Mauser, or is it Mauser or Mazur?
I always
he's
say Mazur.
Awesome. Yeah, he might be
awesome.
a Democrat. Yeah,
but I think he's a Democrat.
Keith David, Republican. Charles Halliban, Republican. I'm guessing. I don't know.
We don't know, but we would love to hear if anybody wants to tell us.
I mean, everyone knows Kurt Russell, and everybody knows diabetes guy. Look, Wilford Brimley. Like, are you on that page where it shows everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 34. 44,
Yeah.
54, 64, 74. He was only 47 when he did this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, or 46. And
that's how we used to age, my friend.
I know. But he would be,
like
what would he be? Is he a boomer or is he before that?
He's silent generation.
He's silent generation. Yeah. But he looks like that for the next 30, 40 years of his life.
Correct.
Boomers don't age well. Gen Z, God damn you guys. You you do not age well. There's some Gen Zs
Yeah,
that look
Gen
like they're
Z.
late 40s.
Have you? Okay, this is totally off topic, and we are totally going to get back to the thing after I say
Yes.
this. But there's this trend going around for like Gen Zs and like young millennials who are they're putting on this trend on TikTok where they put like an aging filter on, and then there's a song that they sing, and then at one point they like put their hand on the phone, and when they take the hand away, the filter is off. So it's supposed to be the difference between like, this is what they think I'm supposed to look like, this is what I actually look like. 90% of the time, there's almost no difference.
I know.
And I'm like, sweetie, stop. This is not the flex you think it is.
No. You got
You're
that
just showing how
boomer
old you are.
gene.
Yeah, and they're like, I'm
Where
only
you hit-
32. And I'm like, you're what?
Yeah, no, you're not. You're 54.
Sweetie, sit down. Sit down. Don't show people this. Why
And
are you
boomers
doing-
are like that. If you look at boomers high school and they all got the mustache, the full grown mustaches.
Oh, God,
and
yeah.
they look like they're on
They-
their like second
all-
mortgage.
100%. They're like, we have just joined the AARP and now we're preparing for retirement because that's
Yeah.
coming soon. And they're all 18. And you're like, what? You look way too old. But yeah.
This cast is fantastic. We'll go back to the thing
Yes.
now. We got off talking about
Yeah. Well,
But-
I'm sorry. I got distracted.
Kurt Russell, amazing. I love Kurt Russell movies since I was a kid. Like he even did when he did the Disney movies. Yeah,
he
he's
has
been
incredible
awesome movie.
presence on screen.
Yeah,
Like,
good guy,
absolutely
bad
incredible.
guy.
Yeah.
You know Wilford Brimley. You know Richard Mazur or Mauser. I don't know how it's pronounced. Keith David. Talk about a guy that aged well. God damn, he was in that Netflix show, the one with the two. They were in 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton. Her, I remember.
Oh, Frankie and Grace?
Frankie and Grace. Keith David looks like he's like 40. And he's like 90. I don't know how old he is, but
Yo, black don't crack.
oh my God. Aged well.
He has always looked very fantastic. And I love him. He has incredible like comedic
Yeah,
timing.
Keith David's awesome. He's also
Yeah.
in John Carpenter's They Live, which is behind me with Roddy Piper. Awesome movie. TK Carter, you know everybody that you'll recognize their face. And if you're
Yeah.
listening to this, you probably saw The Thing once or twice.
100%.
Yeah.
It has been on late night. You have watched it. That's how I first discovered it. It was a late night TV watch. It popped up on network television and I was like, cool, let's watch this. And then I really liked it. So every time it popped up, I watched it, which is how by the time I got to like mid 2000s, I had seen it 10 or 15 times because every time it popped up, I watched it.
Yeah.
And I am a huge fan of locked room mysteries. So I really love it when you're like, they have to figure out who it is
Oh,
amongst them.
The tension in this movie is
Oh,
even
it's
though
so
you've
good.
seen it 15, 20 times, every time I watch it, you know who's who, but it's still
yeah.
that tension is so good. And it's done by this director, a little known director named John Carpenter,
Hmm.
who did a couple movies that were all right.
Just a few.
Like, my God, The Fog,
Yeah.
Halloween. Like some of the all-time greatest horror movies. I like his bad ones, like Ghosts of Mars
I haven't seen
Bam.
that one.
with Ice Cube.
No. I'm
Really?
going to look that up now.
It has Natasha Henstridge, Ice Cube, Jason Statham, Pam Grier.
How have I not seen this?
It is a Clea Duvall. I probably pronounce it right. See her face, you know who she is.
Yeah, I know exactly who she is.
Escape from New York. Oh my God. Like so many of my childhood horror movies. And this for
Wow.
me was staying in the city with grandparents and aunt and uncles, and
Yeah.
they had a big stack of Betamax that 3 movies to a tape, and I got this one. And yeah, what I love about this movie is the practical effects.
Hmm.
That's one of the things people complain about the 2011 one, all CGI.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to that. I do agree. Like if you get practical effects that are done well,
Yes.
you cannot, CGI can look really good. There's just something about practical effects.
I think, well, Here's the thing that I always have, and this is my big beef that I've always had. I prefer practical effects to CGI if it's in the scene. If the characters, if you can do it practically, I want to see the practical effects.
Yes.
I don't want you to CGI everything just because it's easier or because you want to keep it like it's cleaner, it's more like take the time. Take
Yeah.
the time if you can, because it does actually help the actors' performances. It helps the believability of the scene. I much prefer that. Unfortunately, once people started figuring out how to do all the stuff they would have done with practical with CGI, there was a big exodus from practical effects.
Oh yeah, we covered that in like
Yeah.
Ghost Ship and
Yeah, and then everybody's like, "Man, fuck the practical shit. We're just gonna we'll CG it in." And I'm like, "Don't do that." So I think that's also why I really appreciate the 1982, because you didn't really have an option.
no.
You had to make it look real, or as real as you could be, as you could, and you had to do it with practical effects.
Yeah. And some directors now are mixing the two,
Mhm.
and it sometimes it works very, very well. And I
Yeah.
get when you have big scenes,
Yeah.
like when you're looking at Lord of the Rings, you're not going to do practical effects for some of those scenes. That's just
No.
not going to happen. Hold on one
However,
second. I
Yep.
do apologize because we're recording. Hello? Are you still in Sudbury? Yeah. Oh, gross. All right. Well, I'll see you in what, 3.5 hours? All right. We might be asleep. Are you going to stay the night there? No. Okay. All right. We might be sleeping. Yeah. All right. Make sure you grab something to eat. All right. Love you. Bye. I would have stayed another night.
I heard the
3.5 hour
reaction
drive.
to, "Are you going to stay another night?" No. The indignation.
Sorry, where were we? I got to remember to cut that part out.
Oh, now they're mixing practical effects and CGI,
Yes.
and it can be done really well. And I actually prefer it. Obviously, there are some things that if you were to do it with practical effects, it would cost entirely too much. It would be entirely too time consuming. Nobody has 10 years
Yeah.
to produce a movie anymore. So I get it, but I still prefer, like, especially if you have a smaller cast, smaller sets, like a movie like The Thing makes total sense.
Yeah. Yeah. What do we? Oh, yeah, because it's basically in one spot. I know.
Yeah.
That's the one thing actually, I didn't even look at that. There was a DVD I had a long time ago, and it had some. Okay, yeah, there are a bunch of commentary with John Carpenter and Kurt Russell, and the making of. Yeah, that might be cool to watch. How much do we think the budget is?
2 million?
$1 million?
No, 2 million.
2 million? I'm gonna say 5. Oh, whoa. Between 10 and 15.
Oh,
Way off.
holy crap.
Those fucking practical effects. This movie bombed. I know it did not do well. So I remember seeing a documentary or something.
I think that's why I'm so shocked at the 10 to 15 million, because I'm like, I know this movie did not make that much money.
No.
I knew it was kind of more, I've always known it as like a cult film. This was not a big blockbuster.
And I don't
people just watched.
And I don't think the critics were very friendly with it either. And this was a movie that became, like you said, a cult film.
Mhm.
And later on, people were like, this was a horror masterpiece. But at the time, I don't believe it was well received at all. So let's take a look at the box office. Oops.
This is one of the many reasons that I do want to work in Antarctica.
Did you ever watch Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
Where they get the thing where they go to the Antarctica mission for the entire summer.
Wasn't it the Arctic that they went to?
Was it the Arctic? Yeah, I think it was the
Antarctic.
But the first movie they decide to watch
is The Thing.
is The Thing.
Solid choice. Solid choice.
All right. 20 million worldwide.
Oh.
So you might have just broken even, not lost too much, but obviously not what they were hoping.
They did not make enough for a sequel.
Nice release date, although this is winter. I mean, November.
But
might have been. But you know what? That's not a Christmas movie.
It's winter in Antarctica.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I wanted. Let's see. There in Portugal, made like $100.
Nice.
A lot of re-releases.
Yeah.
It's not showing me. 1982, it might not have it.
Very
Original
possible. Yeah, domestic. And it's not giving us.
No. Yeah, it's not.
That's
so that's all
anyways.
Right. Opening 840 theaters, made $3 million. The widest release was 910. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still not a lot of theaters.
No. And
like it's a good chunk, but it's not. It's not like a 1600.
I mean, it could have been competing with like Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T. Actually, E.T. sounds familiar. That that came out, no one wanted to watch anything but E.T.
Yeah, right. That one came out June 11th.
Yeah,
so a couple of weeks before The Thing. So I mean, if it's the summertime, you're picking a movie to take your kids to.
It's gonna be E.T.
I wonder which one you'd pick.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the poster.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's this one or if it is. This one looks very familiar. The Ultimate in Alien Terror.
I feel like that one, because it's a guy in a parka.
Yeah.
With light shining out of his face. I feel like that was. Maybe. I feel like that's the theater release poster.
So for those listening, you probably remember The Ultimate Alien Terror. Then it has the guy in the parka with the bright shining light coming out of the hoodie part. The Thing. Mm-hmm. It's an icon. It's an iconic poster. I would, just because I love the movie so much, I would definitely put it up. Okay, so the taglines are, first one, anytime, anywhere, anyone.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Man is the warmest place to hide.
That, yes-ish.
The Ultimate in Alien Terror.
Oh, that one's good.
And then look closely at your neighbor. Trust no one. They might be the thing. Actually, that was a UK video box one.
I like that, though. It gives you the warning.
Yeah. All right. I believe it did not do well with the critics. So let's share.
Oh.
Oh, okay. It must have.
I think the critics love this. Yeah. Didn't like the other one.
I know, yeah.
Because I knew one of them was not a critic favorite. I didn't realize how loved this one was.
Well, it does say. Okay, critical reception. Here's Wikipedia. The film received negative reviews on its release and hostility for its cynical, anti-authoritarian tone and graphical special effects. Some reviewers were dismissive of the film, calling it the quintessential moron movie of the 80s. Instant junk. Wretched excess.
Jeez.
Alan Spencer called it cold and sterile. Horror movie attempting to cash in on the genre audience against the optimism of E.T. and the reassuring return of Star Trek II and the sheer integrity of Blade Runner. Yeah, so actually you're going up again. Oh, and you're going up
Yeah.
I don't know if Blade Runner came out and Star Trek 2 came out in 1982, but if they did, yeah, you're going up against a little more.
Blade Runner was 1982.
Yeah.
Star Trek 2. Yep, also 1982.
And then you have I love Wrath of Khan so much. Yeah. E.T. So you got a lot more optimism in these movies.
Yeah. This one's kind of like there's no escape.
The plot was criticized as boring and undermined by special effects. The Los Angeles Linda Gross said that The Thing was bereft, despairing, and nihilistic, and lacking in feeling, meaning the characters' deaths did not matter. So this, at the time, Roger Ebert considered the film to be scary, but offering nothing original beyond the special effects. The New York Times said it was entertaining only if the viewer needed to see spider leg heads and dog autopsies. So at the time, yes, it was butchered. So I think a lot of these reviews are later reviews.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, I'm looking through now and I'm seeing a lot of 2022, 23, 24, 25. Yeah.
Okay, so this is your Anna's pick. So those listing, the critics, it's 85%.
Yeah.
Back in 1982, it was not 85%. It sounds like it got bombarded with bad reviews. The audience score is 92%, over 100,000 ratings. So this is a much enjoyed movie. So Anna will look for the good ones. Doesn't look like that she'll be a
that is not a difficult job.
I'll look for some.
So let me start with Thaddeus Buttrey from Loud and Clear Reviews. In my eyes, The Thing is as perfect a movie as a movie can get. It knows exactly what it wants to be and what it's trying to do and succeeds on every level I can conceive. Original score, 5 out of 5.
This is Ginger Varney from LA Weekly. The Thing is like The Howling, a showcase for fiber and latex and the products they produce, by and for people who need their nightmares to be completely comprehensible and completely unreal.
Sean Axemaker from Stream on Demand. An alien invasion horror masterpiece, a kind of survivalist chamber drama set in a remote research station in the icy Arctic, where a small group of men, without women, are confronted by an insidious takeover. No score.
This is Variety staff Variety, back in 2007. If it's the most vividly gruesome monster ever to stalk the screen that audience crave, then The Thing is The Thing. On all other levels, however, John Carpenter's remake of Howard Hawks' 1951 sci-fi classic comes as a letdown.
Ooh. Allison Gilmore from the Winnipeg Free Press. This is the nihilistic look at survival at all costs, in which the men become as dangerous as the thing they're hunting, which is so true.
Roger Ebert of Chicago Sun-Times says, because this material has been done before and better, especially in the original The Thing and Alien, there is no need to see this version. 2.5 out of 4.
Damn. Whale Carey from RogerEbert.com wrote, every October I revisit John Carpenter's The Thing to celebrate the month of Halloween, and every year I arrive at the same conclusion. It's one of the most effective horror films ever made.
Our friend Ken Henke from Mountain Express, pointless remake of the 1951 pointless remake of the 1951 by the usually overrated John Carpenter. 2 out of 5. Fuck you, Ken Henke.
Fuck you, Ken. Jesus. Why was that a good review?
No, I'm doing bad reviews.
No, I know. I
reading.
read one and I was like, Renee, I'm going to read this one for you. And I was like, this is marked as a good review. But I'm like, I feel like somebody got confused. So Renee Schoenfeld from Common Sense Media said, graphically violent, gory, grisly, and frightening, though it's so over the top and dated that the gore is almost campy. And I'm like, well, that's an endorsement for me. I don't know if like regular Joe Schmo on the street is going to read that and be like, that's the one I want.
Yeah.
But anyways, there's so many.
Yeah, there's not I see a lot of tomatoes.
Yeah. I'll read one more and then I think, do you have any more that you want to?
I have one more that I'll do.
Okay, go ahead. Do your one.
Vincent Canby of the New York Times from 2003 says, Mr. Carpenter has demonstrated that he can make good, comparatively plain old-fashioned scare movies and effective suspense thrillers, but he seems to lose his own head when he combines two or more genres, as he does here. 2 out of 5.
And my final one. Ooh, Adam Smith from Empire Magazine. The Thing is a peerless masterpiece of relentless suspense, retina-wrecking visual excess, and outright nihilistic terror. Original score 5 out of 5.
That's a good review. That would make me want to watch it.
Yeah, that would 100%. I'd be like, I'm in. Let's go.
IMDb has The Thing. Holy shit. 506,000 user ratings.
Jiminy
comes
crickets.
at 8.2. That's pretty good. That's
amazing.
Over 500,000 people, and it's at 8.2. That's pretty good. All right, this is yours, so you find the goofy 10 out of 10. This is the best horror movie ever.
One of the most rewatchable movies ever made. Full bug, 10 out of 10.
A must-watch for all horror fans. Snoopy style, 9 out of 10.
A Thing of Nightmares, view and review, 8 out of 10.
This was just a good movie. Well, yeah, I'm fucking sold. John Carpenter's The Thing is an entertainingly gore-drenched horror flick. Tavern, 7 out of 10.
Commendable science fiction, which works well until you place it under scrutiny, whereupon the faults become all too clear. Barnaby Rudge, 6 out of 10.
Here's Degree 7. Barf bag splatter flick, cult film, but not a classic. 5 out of 10.
Cool concept, bad execution. Damn Jed Rocknick, 4 out of 10.
Let's see, 333. A mess and a travesty of the 1951 classic. M.N. Polio, 3 out of 10. I don't think I've seen the 1953 movie.
I think I have, but I think I've only seen it once. And like in the 90s. It's been a long time. How is this in the IMDb top 250? Petizia, 2 out of 10.
I got that worded a little differently. Surprised that such a movie can make the IMDb top 250.
Oh. Wow, they're really like...
Yeah, because I have like boring, overrated, surprised it could make it. Incredibly revolting. I simply don't get it. I must have been watching another movie. Long Water, 1 out of 10. Okay.
I love it.
But it's obvious that a lot more people like this than did not.
I guess it really is a cult classic, and it is very loved by the people who have watched it. Well, for the most part.
All right. Let's us watch the trailer, and then we'll make a prediction. But if you're listening, I'm pretty sure you can guess our prediction already. Oops.
Mayday. I'm the Is this you, Station 31. You read me? We found something in the ice. We need some help down here. Can anybody hear me? We found something. We found something. We found something.
12 men have just discovered something. For 100,000 years, it was buried in the snow and ice. Now it has found a place to live. Inside. Where no one can see it, or hear it, or feel it.
I know I'm human. Some of you are still human. This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open. If it takes us over, then it has no more enemies. Nobody left to kill it. And then it's won.
You guys gonna listen to Gary? He can beat one of those things!
That's a great trailer.
I miss the narration trailers
Yeah.
where they tell you the story with words rather than just showing you various scenes. Yeah. Everything that's important and good. Yeah, I think I'm going to love it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna love it too. Yeah, it's. I actually seen the trailer, that opening with the radio thing. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, and everything in the trailer reminds me about the movie. And yes, I am super excited to watch this movie.
Me too.
And for like 30, 40, whatever the hell I paid for this stupid thing, better be good.
I'm sure it will be.
All right, well, we are going to go watch The Thing from 1982. And when we come back, we are going to review it.
You heard them. Movie time. Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a treat, and then watch a classic kick-ass movie from whenever the one we're about to watch was made.
Yay!
Ooh.
Did you watch 1982's The Thing?
I did indeed.
Two corrections. It wasn't Ernie Hudson in this movie because he was the one that was in Frankie and Frankie, whatever, Grace and Frankie, whatever the hell that was. This was Keith David, different person. Ernie Hudson, Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Yeah, Keith David.
They do have a very similar voice, though.
They do, yeah. A lot of them, they both do a lot of cartoon work, and Keith did like The Princess and the Frog.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that movie so many times with my kid.
You know, I've never seen it.
It's actually not bad. Well, the first couple times is not bad. And I didn't pay $30, $40 for my movie. It was $20.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good.
When I only had 2 opportunities to watch these movies, one for each one. And when I came home late and I was tired. I did not want to watch a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't in a great mood. But I had to, this was the only time I could watch one of these movies. And I was going to pick 2011, The Thing, but I'm like, if I get busy and have to watch it while doing something, I would rather do it with the 2011 one. So I watched this one. Like I said, not in the mood to watch a movie. I was pissed that I had to watch this brand new 4K movie that I got when I wasn't even in the mood to watch it. And I still loved it. It was great, and it looked great on 4K.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Like, I kept making notes about how good the practical effects look, and I was like, "Oh, the frozen blood. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, the sliminess. Oh, this is great." Like, I was like, "This is fucking fantastic. And it was funny because even though it is a creature feature, we'll call it that, because it's horror, but it's also kind of action, but it definitely goes more horror thriller. Like there's an intensity to it. There's, suspense.
Yeah.
There's, I don't know why, but because I'm like, when they're doing the blood testing scene, I'm like, what's going to happen? They say it's going to react, but what's going to happen? And I'm like, wait. And I actually jumped a little bit when the blood reacted. And I was like, oh, and I was like, oh, look at you guys doing this. This is amazing. But yeah, no, I loved it too.
Yeah. And by definition, horror movies are somewhat action with the slashing and the
A little
chopping and
bit.
the
But this one's
chasing.
definitely, this one's almost like an action movie that was that relied on horror and suspense.
Yes.
You know, there are some action movies that it's just action. People fight. It's great. Whatever. This one was more like there was a lot of action.
Yes.
A lot of action. And I didn't remember it having that much action. And I'm like, oh, this is really like jam-packed. And everything that leads to the action, and even during the action, there's a certain sense of discomfort because you're like, man, something's going to pop out of somewhere. Someone else is going to die. Somebody's going to lose a limb. Like, it's just everything's going to happen. It was a fun one.
And yeah, it had science fiction, it had horror, had gore. Yeah, it was very well done. I actually, it might have been a little longer than 10 years because when I started watching it, I know everyone dies in this movie. I knew the Kurt Russell and Keith David make it at the end. But I couldn't remember the order anymore. I couldn't remember who goes first. I couldn't remember when they tied them to the thing and they did the blood test.
I don't remember that either.
I'm like, was it the old guy, the leader, the captain,
yeah,
or was it, what was his name?
There was Gary, who's the old guy with the gun.
The other pilot.
Oh God.
And I couldn't remember who.
What was his name? Windows?
No, Windows was the little nerdy guy with the glasses.
Oh God, what was his name?
Was it Palmer?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
oh,
Palmer.
yes.
And it was him that actually was.
But it was funny because when I saw him, I was like, oh shit, he's so young.
Oh yeah.
Because I've only seen him when he's older and skinnier. So I'm like, oh my God, buddy, you're so young and like healthy looking.
And I will say this for Keith David, I said Ernie Hudson aged miraculously well. So did Keith David.
100%.
He did too.
100%.
But like Donald Moffat, who played Gary, the leader.
Yes.
He looked old, but I remember him from a lot of different stuff past this movie. And he looked a lot younger. They all looked a lot younger.
Yeah.
Except for Wilford Brimley.
God bless him.
He still looked like he was 70 years old.
He's just one of those people that like hits, like when they reach a certain age, whatever they physically look like, they just stay looking like that.
Yeah.
Forever.
And some of the practical effects I thought were great. There were a couple that aged poorly, but it didn't bring the movie down at all.
It didn't break the vibe of the movie.
Yeah.
Like there was some stuff where you were just like, it's a little out of place. But it wasn't so bad it takes you out of the movie.
No. And the pacing, the score was fantastic. I don't know how this got such bad reviews in 1982.
I know.
I guess some movies, a lot of movies that are great now, but they did not do well back then. This is definitely on the top of the list. This is definitely a movie that will be rivaling my favorite of the year.
Because there's no hero in it.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
That's probably why it didn't do well, because especially in the 80s, there had to be a hero.
Yeah.
There's someone who saves the day. Nobody really saves the day. People just survive.
Yeah, it's surviving.
That's it. They're like, luck of the draw. I made it out. And now I'm probably going to die on this continent because nobody's going to find us. We're all going to freeze to death. Yeah. And I think people have a hard time with that.
Yeah.
Because I say it all the time. I'm like, not every movie has to have a happy ending. I like happy endings. I love them. I love when stuff is resolved. I love when it has a satisfying ending, like the bad guy gets his due. But I'm like, basically, everybody just dies except for these two guys who managed to make it out, but not because they're smarter or they outsmart the alien.
No.
It's mostly just luck.
Oh yeah, this is all luck.
All luck. And that's what I think is so charming about this movie and made it even more realistic. Because we're like, yeah, no. I mean, for reals, everybody just dies. Nobody really has a chance to survive.
No.
They make it out by the skin of their teeth, and that's it.
Yeah. Like, Kurt Russell's going to the end because it was Kurt Russell.
Mhm.
But this was like, if you got paired with the alien to go look for something, if you got stuck or you were around this was 100% luck. If you made it, you weren't around the alien
And I think that's something that adds to the tension of it because you don't know who the alien is.
No.
And you're like, anybody could be at risk. Kurt Russell could be at risk. You don't want him to be, but he could be an alien. You don't know. And I think that helps a lot. But yeah, I think a lot of people would have difficulty with they lucked out. Like,
yes. And this was more harkened to the 70s movies where it was all anti-heroes. People didn't just survive. And then the 80s quickly came along and changed all that. It made everything more bubblegummy.
Yeah.
There was resolutions, which I don't mind, but there's something to be said for those movies where
they just end.
These guys aren't heroes. Like you said, they're just trying to survive and they will turn on you. Like Kurt Russell shoots Mauser in the head.
And valid.
Clark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Valid.
And he turned out not to be a thing. And
And the guy's like, "Are you happy now? Or you're a murderer?" And I was like, "Were you not there for that situation?" Because I was watching it and I was like, "No, valid. If I'm getting rushed by someone I don't know if they're an alien, I'm shooting first, asking questions later."
They are lucky I was not there. I would have torched all of them. I would have torched all of them.
You would have been like, "I don't know what's happening, but everybody gets lit on fire."
Yeah. There's just me left. I won. I won.
And now I'm going to be in this isolated science station. I'm assuming it's a science station. I didn't see much science happening before.
No, there was that one computer room.
Yeah, where he's playing chess. And then he breaks the computer. I'm like, "You're in Antarctica, sir. Yeah. Why are you pouring your whiskey onto the chess?"
No one can play chess.
No one can play chess. And it's because especially with Antarctica, because I've researched this, because I was very interested in, and I still am, in working on Antarctica. They don't have super regular deliveries of things.
No.
Like Amazon is not delivering. You can order Amazon to someone's house. Someone can send it to the people who are coming in with supplies. And then maybe you get it in like 2 months.
Yeah.
But there's no guaranteed supply chain. You don't know when shit's going to land because the weather can stop it. And also hardly anybody ever is down there for winter. It's usually the summer months. So I was like, winter? Wow, you guys are ballsy walking outside in winter without a coat. What?
I wonder if they get Netflix.
No, streaming is really, really hard there.
Yeah.
No.
You have to get Starlink.
Well, they do have satellite connections for internet, but there are only certain windows during the day when you get like
when you can
signals,
actually get it, right?
And then it gets sketchy on either end of those windows. And then for some, you don't have anything. You're just like, well, we're just going to go. There was a TikTok of a guy who was working in Antarctica and he did a lot of behind the scenes stuff. And he's like, here's what it's like. Here's what our cafeteria is like. Here's what the showers are. This is what it's like living down here. Da, 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 da. And I was like, this is so fascinating. I want to do this, but I'm not qualified to do anything down in Antarctica.
No.
Except for maybe communications. I think there's a course I can take. I want to do it. But I'm going to be that fool who's like, guys, I'm going down to Antarctica for 6 months. You can work at the post office there.
Oh, no.
However, I read because there's a post office like / tourist spot, and you can work there and live there. However, you can't actually shower there. There's no running water. There's no plumbing.
Wet. Ooh. The shot, like I'm like, I could get some wet wipes.
Yeah. Well, you have to bring your own wipes to kind of clean yourself off every day, and you can't. There's no flushing toilets. I don't know if it's incinerator toilets or it's like basically like camp toilet, like porta potties. And when the cruise ships come in, sometimes they let you go on the cruise ship to take a shower.
Nice.
And I was like, I will not be doing that. Thank you so much.
All right, let's go over this movie. Let's see here. Okay. In Antarctica, a Norwegian helicopter pursues a sled dog to an American research station. The Americans witness the passengers accidentally blow up the helicopter. Yeah, that was...
Yeah.
In addition to himself, the pilot fires a rifle and shouts at the Americans, but they cannot understand him, and he is shot dead in self-defense by Station Commander Gary. Yeah, he breaks the window. He could have went out the door.
Well, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, why are you breaking the window? You can't just get a replacement window.
Yeah. The American helicopter pilot, R.J. McCready, and Dr. Cooper leave to investigate the Norwegian base among the charred ruins and frozen corpses. They find the burnt corpses of a malformed humanoid, which they transfer to the American station. Their biologist, Blair, autopsies the remains and find the normal set of human organs. Yeah, so yeah, it started off great.
Yes.
The moron who blows up his own helicopter. Unfortunate.
He accidentally buries the grenade.
Yeah. And
right
then
next to the helicopter.
They take the dog in. The score was great.
His score is amazing.
Yeah. And then, going back and seeing the Norwegian one, which plays into 2011, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
And it does play in very well, actually. Everything looks...
It does, and it doesn't, but it does. The link is there, and the link makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Well, we'll get into that one.
We'll get into that when we talk about 2011, because I have thoughts.
Clark kennels the sled dog. Yeah, the dogs, they're in their the room, the recreation room, and the dog's wandering around. Someone yells at him to put the dog away, and he puts him in with the other dogs. Yeah. And the dogs don't like this new dog at all. And we see why very quickly.
Can I tell you, this dog is an incredible actor.
Yeah, how it just went there and sat.
Stared at the door. But even when it's like walking down the hall at one point, before that, like the head movements and the looks. And I was like, that is one incredibly well-trained dog.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
It soon metamorphs and absorbs several of the station dogs. The disturbance alerts the team, and Childs uses a flamethrower to incinerate the creature. Actually, first, Clark is there.
Yes.
And he's watching, like he hears it, goes in, and then he's like, what the fuck? And then you see it spits that shit at the one dog. And
I was like, don't do that to the dog. Because that was the dog. That was the one smart dog trying to escape.
Yeah. That's probably what got spit on first.
Yeah. All the other dogs were just losing their shit. And this one dog's like, we can get out.
I'm out. And then all the little tentacle things going out. The effects were great.
They were.
And
because they were gross too.
90%, 85% of them still hold up today very well.
Yes. I will agree.
A couple of them don't, but most of them do. Blair autopsy. Yeah. And then McGrady comes in with what did he come in with a gun? Yes, he did come with a gun. And one thing.
A shotgun.
Clark had the axe. Yeah, because Clark gets mad because he shoots to one dog that's pinned down by one of the tentacles. I'm like, dude. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Don't worry, buddy. Don't worry. Just let him shoot.
Yeah. I don't want to get PETA mad here, but I'd fucking kill. I wouldn't even be really I'd just be shooting everything.
Well, if it's between you staying alive, you and every other human staying alive, or possibly losing a dog or two, and I take it really hard when dogs die in movies, like really hard. I fast forward through that part in John Wick. I can't do it. But yeah, I'm like, kill the dogs.
Yeah.
Kill them all.
Yeah. That dog split in half and became a spider. Bam. That dog barked. Bam. That dog's panting. Bam.
Okay, maybe not that bad, sir.
And then who is it? Childs comes in with the flamethrower, and then he's like, "What the hell?" And they're like, "Fucking just burn them."
That's one thing I will say about this movie and even the 2011 The Thing. They all take too long to light shit on fire.
Yeah, I don't think I would take that long.
I wouldn't either.
I would
I'm
like that. Looks
"You
like an
saw
alien.
Crazy alien climbing around. My first instinct, set it on fire."
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there going, "What's going on, guys? What's happening?"
Blair autopsies the dog thing and surmises it is an organism that can perfectly imitate other life forms. Data recovered from the Norwegian base leads the Americans to a large excavation site containing a partially buried alien spacecraft, which Norse estimates has been buried for over 100,000 years. A smaller, human-sized dog's dig site, Blair grows paranoid after running a computer simulation that indicates the creature could assimilate all life on Earth in a matter of years. Yeah, it was something like...
That simulation.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I'm sure it looked great in 1982.
It's a great animation.
I'm glad they said 1982 Antarctica at the beginning.
Yes, 100%.
You're automatically going, okay, this is 1982. Because when it doesn't say that, you almost falsely go into this mindset like, oh my God, that's so cheap. But when it tells you 1749, 1987.
Yeah, when you see...
You can forgive a lot of stuff.
You see the DOS and you're like, okay, yeah. Like, I get it. But like, as it's spitting out information, I'm like, buddy, the Commodore 64 could not do that. It did not have the power to do that. No. And they don't have an internet connection. And they don't have like the servers down there to run these simulations. Yeah. So I'm like, this is a little unbelievable. I was like, but that animation is super cute. It's super cute.
That's why I'm dying now I probably will hopefully soon watch the making of and the commentary with John Carpenter and Kurt Russell.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Very interesting.
But especially for what the station looked like, I was like, that would be a very, very advanced computer for people who don't even have a room to put shit in because it's all lining the halls. Yes.
Yeah, for it to make that distinction and that probabilities.
And to have the images of it, like a simulation, a visual simulation of it. And I was like, the computer can't do that unless you tell it to.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think you could Google it and come up with an answer if you put in the right stuff. Maybe Chat GPT.
Google didn't exist at that point.
Oh, no, that's what I mean. Even if you did it today, you wouldn't be able to get an actual... Well, maybe you might.
No, an animation like that would take a couple days.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But, okay, so... Partially buried, North buried for 100,000. Yep. The creature could simulate all life on Earth in a matter of years. Yeah, I think it was... It did it in minutes. It was something ridiculous, like 270,000, whatever it was. The group implements controls to reduce the risk of assimilation. Actually, they have no idea at this point. Blair just goes nuts.
He like locks himself in a room and he's like, nope.
Yeah, no, that's me.
I'm out. Bye.
I'll shoot you fuckers. And just start and he's just shooting at whoever comes close to a doorway. He just shoots at them.
Yeah.
But he realizes what's going on very early before everyone else. That anyone is, and what the computers say, like the odds of multiple people being a thing.
Yeah, it said it would overtake, I think, 75%. And the odds of someone being the thing is like 100%.
Is 100%, yeah.
Yeah.
The remains of the malformed humanoid assimilate an isolated Bennings, but Wintows interrupts the process and McCready burns the being's things. What?
Huh?
Okay, the remains of the malformed humanoid assimilate and isolate Bennings. Okay, so Bennings is left alone because Windows leaves.
Yes.
And when Windows comes back, he sees Bennings on the chair being wrapped around with tentacles. Windows, like he should, runs away screaming. McCready and them come back. There's nothing there. And then they chase Bennings out. They get him out into the cold. He's outside. They surround him, and his hands and arms are all still alien-like. And they torch him.
That That was weird, but also funny because he just sits there and takes it.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
like,
it's like the Thing knows, like, fuck. You got me.
He's like, I'm surrounded. It's
Yeah.
fine.
The team also imprisons Blair in a tool shed after he sabotages all the vehicles, kills the remaining sled dogs. Oh, yeah, that's right. He does kill all the remaining sled dogs with an axe.
Blair is going crazy.
But Blair realizes that no one can leave. No one can leave. And instead of Aiden just starts killing things and wrecking everything.
Instead of having a conversation, he's like, no, we're just gonna make sure we can't leave. And I'm gonna hide from all you motherfuckers. Peace out.
And destroys a radio to prevent escape. Cooper suggests testing the infection by comparing the crew's blood against uncontaminated blood held in storage. But after learning the blood stores have been destroyed, the men lose faith in Gary's leadership. That's right. He was the only one with the keys.
Correct.
This movie does a really good job because I'm like, I know everyone's going to die. But as I was trying to remember, okay, wait, fuck. And it does a real, I wish I saw this because I saw this first when I was a kid. I wish I wasn't a kid when I first saw this because I don't think I appreciated how clever and like, you're like, fuck, that guy could be it. No, that guy could be it. Actually, anyone could be it.
Well, especially because the focus on identifying the alien was blood.
Yeah.
Like they didn't deduce any kind of other way to do it. So they were like, down to the blood. So there's no physical markers or there's no anything. So it heightens the like tension of like, so who is it?
Yeah.
Who is the alien that's going to try and eat us?
And McCready takes command. He, Windows, and Knowles find Fuchs' burnt corpse and surmise he committed suicide to avoid simulation. Windows returns to base while McCready and Knowles investigate McCready's shack. During their return, Knowles abandons McCready, that'd be me too, in a snowstorm, believing he has been assimilated after finding torn clothes in the shack. And yeah, the Thing is trying to throw off,
trying to
frame people, throw people off his scent. Yeah, no, I thought this was like a very clever, even after not seeing it for so many years and watching it so many times, it's still so good.
Yeah.
The team debates whether to allow McCready inside, but he breaks in and holds the group at bay with dynamite. Yeah, that'd be me too. I was like, you fuckers.
I appreciate that though. I appreciate that. He's like, I'll blow us all up.
Yeah.
Like if any of you come close to me, I'll blow us all up.
Yeah, I know you want to kill me, but if you're killing me, we're all going.
Yep.
During the encounter, Norris appears to suffer a heart attack. As Cooper attempts to defibrillate Norris, his chest transforms into a large mouth and bites off Cooper's arms, killing him. This was a great scene. And then, I'm not reading it here, but then McCready torches that fucker, and that head just ripping off and sliding down the side of the table. And when the little legs pop out in the eyes, I'm like Palmer. He's like, yeah, we fucking kidding. I'm like, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My response would probably be more girlish screaming.
100%.
Yeah.
I
probably wouldn't say anything clever. I would just scream like a girl.
I was taken aback when that guy's chest was eating the other guy's arms. I was like,
yeah, that was great.
I was like, I forgot that happened. I remembered the head with the I remembered that.
Yeah.
But I didn't remember the arm eating.
McCready incinerates the Norris /Thing, but its head detaches and attempts to escape before also being burnt. McCready hypothesizes that the Norris Thing demonstrated that every part of the Thing is an individual life form with its own survival instinct. He proposes testing blood samples from each survivor with heated pieces of wire and each man restrained, but is forced to kill Clark after he lunges at McCready with a scalpel. And I like Clark, but yeah, I get it. I'd shoot him too.
Clark is at the point where he's just, this is too much. He's hit his limit, and he's like, you're not going to tell me I'm an alien.
Yeah.
And McCready's also hit his limit, and he's like, you will not lunge at me with a scalpel, fool.
Everyone passes the test except Palmer, whose blood recoils from the heat, and that is a great effect.
So
And I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know who it was going to happen with.
yeah.
But when it just shot out of that little petri dish,
I wasn't expecting that.
No, it was. I forgot how
Yeah.
loud and how good it looked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have wet myself a bit.
You don't have to tell us that.
As all my family comes out, what are you screaming for? Nothing. I wasn't screaming. It was a movie. No, we've heard you scream. That was you.
That was you. It was very girly, very high pitched.
Exposed, the Palmer thing transforms, breaks free of its bonds, and infects Windows, forcing McCready to incinerate them both. Child's left on guard while the others go to test Blair. They find that he has escaped. So he was, and that's the other thing. You don't know if he was. Obviously, he wasn't, but you didn't know if he was when he got out there, if someone went out there and did it. And they don't answer that, which really leaves the mystery of the whole movie.
Yes. Because you never see Blair again.
No. Oh, yes, you do.
Where?
When he puts his fingers through Buddy's cheeks.
Oh my God, that's right. That's right.
that was
I
gross,
actually
too.
made a note about the cheeks.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Cheeks. It was good. It was great. But yeah.
And then they come together and then you don't see him after that.
Yeah.
He has escaped and has been using vehicle components to assemble a small flying saucer, which they destroy. Upon the return, Child is missing, and the power generator has been destroyed, leaving the men without heat. McCready speculates that with no escape left, the thing intends to return to hibernation until a rescue team arrives. McCready, Gary, and Knowles agree that the thing cannot be allowed to escape and set explosives to destroy the station. But the Blair/thing kills Gary, and Knowles disappears. The Blair thing transforms into an enormous creature and breaks the detonator. But McCready triggers the explosives with the stick of dynamite, destroying the station and the Blair thing. What happened to Knowles? I forget now. Knowles, the cook. He had the roller skates.
Oh, he dies.
You do see him die, right?
He died before that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Might have to watch it again.
His was a quick death, though.
Yeah.
If I remember, like, it wasn't overly gory, like dramatic. It was a quick death.
While McCready sits by the burning remnants, Childs returns, claiming he got lost in the storm while pursuing Blair. Exhausted and slowly freezing to death, they acknowledge the futility of their distrust and share a bottle of Scotch whiskey. This was a great ending.
Mm-hmm.
Because either one of them could have been the thing.
Yes.
And not showing you that
was
fantastic. It just leaves it in your imagination. I could see you being like, fuck, this sucks. But I thought it was brilliant.
I mean, but it also sets up for a really great sequel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, their frozen bodies are found.
Oh, yeah. Someone should do this as a TV show.
Yeah. And then as they defrost, one of them is an alien.
Yeah.
And then everybody starts dying at the science station that their bodies have been brought to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it actually gets to the mainland. That would be fantastic.
That would also be very cool.
And that is our movie. All right. What is your score?
My score is buy it. And here's why. Because even though it was made in 1982, and there are a few indicators that it is 1982 in the movie, it is not a movie of its time. This can happen at any time, any place. Well, and Antarctica is pretty much the only place it could really happen because you're not digging underneath like Houston or Toronto and finding a spaceship that has a frozen alien next to it. Like, you're not. But it is one of those movies that it starts to build tension. There's always a question of who's going to be the next to die, who's going to be the next to kill, who's the alien, who's not the alien, who's going to figure it out. There's always all of this, and then so many practical effects that are gross. Even the sound effects of the effects, like, you're just sitting there going, oh God, that sounds disgusting. This looks disgusting. I would shit my pants if that thing was running towards me.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot that's really, really good about this movie, but also, I mean, I've seen it quite a few times and I remembered loving it. And then I was watching it again and I was like, God, this is still really good. This is still like, maybe it's because I forgot the order people were dying in, and I'm like, oh my God, is this where you die? Is this where you, because everybody dies.
Yeah.
And there's something exceptionally gross about almost every single person who dies. Their death usually includes something that you're just like, oh God, ew. But then you're left with almost an unresolved dilemma where you're like, okay, but are one of them the alien? Like, is it? Or are neither of them? What's gonna happen? But you're like, yeah, man, it just ends. And you're like, and that's the story. We're done. And I like that a lot. Because we don't have a hero. We don't have someone who saves the day for everybody. Like, McReady kind of fills in that leader role. But even then, he's like not really a leader. He's like, let's just try to live.
Yeah. And he's looking out for himself.
100%. 100%. He's like, guys, I'm just trying to figure out which one of you is going to try to kill me and which one of you is going to help me escape. Like, that's where we're at right now. That's it. And this is a movie of survival, and I like it.
And what would your IMDb be?
I'd probably IMDb it probably a 7.5 out of 10. And the reason was, it's very entertaining. Practical effects still stand up to this day. I like that there is no take charge, I can solve this, I'm the hero kind of vibe.
Yeah. It's
very much just a group of people trying to survive, and I appreciate that. But also, it was a fun ride, well paced, decently written. Like, nobody's winning Oscars for this screenplay. However, it was very functional. There was enough information being given to the audience to understand what's happening, but also to create a sense of mystery. Like, it's a well-crafted movie. And I'm like, good job, guys. You made a fully functional movie that tells the story you want to tell, tells it clearly. And there was never a point where I was confused about what's happening in the movie, which I appreciate. So yeah, that's my score. What's your score?
I say buy it. Buy it twice. I did. I bought the 4K, and I was looking for something. My daughter wanted something that was on one of the streaming services I bought the movies on, and I'm flipping through, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I bought the thing a long time ago. I already had it on digital.
I love it.
But that's all right. At least the 4K came with nice picture, nice sound, and it has the extras there that would be cool to listen to. No, yeah. If you remember liking this movie, have no fear. This movie is still great, and it still holds up. And like I said, it does stay at the beginning, 1982, which something psychologically says, oh, okay, so anything stupid I see, I can forgive now.
Yeah.
Because if I don't see that year, I'm like, oh, it's dumb.
When I saw that chess computer, I was like, oh my God, right. Because in the 80s, shit like that existed.
Yeah. No, the effects, like I said before, 85% hold up very well. They're still gory. They sound gory. The acting was great. There is no hero. Everyone steps up. Well, not everyone. A lot of characters step up to do stuff in this movie. O'Grady, Kurt Russell, is probably people's favorite for the reason just because he's Kurt Russell, and you're cheering for him. But you're cheering for everyone because there's not really a person that you dislike. That's a real Gary. But even when Palmer turns and Gary and they're all tied to him, and they kill finally Palmer and Windows, and Gary's like, I know you guys have been through a lot, but can you get me out of the fucking chair? And he's screaming at them to get him out of the fucking chair. So everyone is somewhat likable. Diabetes, Wilford Brimley's awesome. You're cheering for everybody to escape, and you're sad when you're like, I liked him, but you know everyone's gonna die anyways.
Yeah.
Clark, because he likes the dog so much. Like he seems like a good guy. No, this movie is so much fun, and it's paced well. If you've never seen it before, this is a great movie, and you like horror movies, this is a great movie to watch. And I'm really glad that I haven't seen it in so long, because like I said, I know everyone gets it, but I totally forgot in which order, and a bunch of times I forgot how. I forgot how they got killed.
Mhm.
No, this is a buy it. My IMDb would probably be, for me, I'm a huge John Carpenter fan and Kurt Russell. This one's a 9.5 for me. This is
Oh.
almost perfect.
Wow.
It's not, I think it's very rewatchable. It's
Yeah.
not campy rewatchable. You
No.
have to be, but even in a bad mood, I enjoyed this movie.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a fun movie.
It is.
Yeah, it sounds great, looks great, paced great. Not the greatest script, like you said.
But it's a functional one. Like, it does its job.
Yeah, and it has realistic one-liners.
Yes.
Okay, yes, that one-liner makes sense.
It was
that-
not written for Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's
No, that no. If he was in this movie, it'd be a lot more campier.
Yes, 100%.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be bad. I'm just saying it would be a different movie
It
altogether.
would be a very different movie.
He'd be kicking these things asses. And probably not just probably with his own bare hands.
He would be the only one to survive. And if there was a female like worker at this station, she would also survive.
Yeah.
But everybody else
He'd
would
save somebody.
He'd save somebody. Yeah.
And he'd have a lot of machine guns that never ran out of bullets. And
100%.
I'd watch the movie. I'm not saying it would be a bad movie, but
Yeah.
No, the one-liners definitely made sense for this movie. No, I really like this movie. It was awesome. This is definitely on a short list for my top 10 favorite ones of the year.
And I would not be mad if they made a sequel of it, like an actual sequel.
I was thinking that too. I'm like, you know what? Even if you got rid of both of them and started with Norwegian and did a one season miniseries.
Yeah.
And then the American one season miniseries, and then have it go to the mainland or some other station on like a boat, and then have it hit the ground. And then by season 5, the world's fucked. That would be great. And they don't even have a happy ending for the entire series.
Like everybody just dies.
Everyone's just children,
Yeah.
dogs, cats, your goldfish.
dead.
Everyone's fucked. That would be fantastic. So if you're
Love
listening,
it.
HBO, do it.
Put us in the writer's room.
Yeah. All right. Anything else for The Thing?
Nope. that's it.
1982.
1982, The Thing.
All right. Well, thank you for coming back for 1982 for the podcast, the actual podcast. And until next movie we remember liking.
Congratulations. You just had one of your childhood movie memories vindicated. Or they just eviscerated it. I don't know. This is a generic one-size-fits-all type of ending to the podcast. So thank you for listening, and please join Anna and Jimmy next time for another episode of the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. If you dare to go back and watch that movie you remember liking,